Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that your smartwatch, your home security camera, or even your smart baby monitor might suddenly stop working. Not because of a technical glitch, but because of a government ban. That's exactly the kind of shock many U.S. consumers and tech sellers are feeling right now. The U.S. Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, has made a major move that's shaking up the consumer electronics world. It's pulling listings and authorizations for dozens of Chinese-made smart devices, including popular smartwatches, security cameras, routers, and other connected gadgets, citing national security risks. This isn't just another regulatory story. This is a turning point in how trade policy, technology, and geopolitics are colliding, and the effects are spreading far beyond Washington or Beijing. So what exactly happened? In early October, the FCC quietly began enforcing new restrictions on electronic devices imported from or linked to several Chinese companies, including well-known brands in the U.S. market. These include smartwatches, home cameras, and IoT devices that connect to cloud servers for updates and data storage. The agency said these products could pose an unacceptable risk to U.S. national security because they might allow remote access, data harvesting, or surveillance by foreign actors. In other words, Washington is worried that Chinese-made devices are acting as digital spies, quietly collecting data on Americans and sending it overseas. Now, this isn't coming out of nowhere. It's the latest chapter in a long-running tech Cold War between the US and China. We've seen similar actions before: the Huawei and ZTE bans, TikTok hearings, and restrictions on Chinese telecom hardware. But this time, the focus has shifted from network infrastructure to consumer gadgets, the things regular people use every day. And that's a big deal, because while you might not own a Huawei phone, chances are you have a home camera, smart plug, or doorbell system made by a company with manufacturing ties to China. Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, they all sell them. Many are inexpensive, well-reviewed, and hugely popular. Now, listings for these devices are disappearing from major U.S. retail sites. The FCC's decision essentially bars new models from being sold unless they can prove they meet strict security and data protection standards. Let's step back for a second and ask, why now? Part of the answer lies in the growing tension between national security and global trade. The U.S. government has become increasingly wary of technology that can collect data. Smart devices, unlike older electronics, constantly phone home, sending usage statistics, location information, and sometimes even audio or video feeds back to their servers. If those servers are in China, and if Chinese law allows the government to access that data, then from Washington's point of view, it's a serious problem. Think of it this way. A cheap $40 smart camera in someone's living room might not seem like a big deal, but scale that up to millions of households, and you have a potential network of microphones and cameras inside American homes, controlled through software that U.S. regulators can't fully audit. That's why officials say this is not paranoia, it's precaution. For consumers, though, the impact is immediate and confusing. Some devices already on the market may lose support, updates, or connectivity if their manufacturers are blacklisted. Retailers are scrambling to figure out which products can still be legally sold, and smaller importers who rely on Chinese factories are being hit especially hard. But there is also an economic side to this. This ban could trigger a ripple effect across global supply chains. Many American tech startups rely on Chinese manufacturers for affordable components and assembly. If those relationships become politically risky, companies will have to look elsewhere, likely to India, Vietnam, or Mexico, which could raise costs and slow innovation. Meanwhile, U.S. companies that make competing products are seeing opportunity. Domestic and allied tech firms are moving quickly to fill the gap. Expect to see an explosion of Made in America or Made in Taiwan branding in the months ahead, especially in the smart home sector. Still, not everyone's cheering. Critics argue that the FCC's move is politically driven and lacks transparency. Some consumer groups warn it could limit choice and raise prices, while doing little to actually improve cybersecurity. After all, hacking and data leaks can come from anywhere, not just China. And many devices banned under these rules haven't been proven to engage in espionage. They're being restricted based on potential risk, That said, there's also growing bipartisan support in Washington for taking a tougher stance on tech supply chains. For years, the U.S. has been trying to reduce dependence on Chinese technology in sensitive areas, from 5G networks to semiconductors. This new move fits into that larger strategy of decoupling, creating separate, secure technology ecosystems that can't be easily compromised by rivals. So where does this go next? Analysts expect more scrutiny over the Internet of Things, especially cheap connected devices that lack strong cybersecurity. Lawmakers are already discussing new labeling systems, requiring companies to disclose where devices are made and how data is stored. The Biden administration is also considering broader rules that could force companies to host U.S. user data domestically, regardless of origin. For businesses, it's a wake-up call. The era of unrestricted global tech trade is fading. For consumers, it's a reminder that convenience often comes at a hidden cost, and that smart gadgets might be smarter than we realize. This moment reflects a deeper question. Who do we trust to power our digital lives? The chips in our devices might be small, but the geopolitical power struggle behind them is enormous. In the end, this isn't just about banning a few smartwatches or cameras. It's about setting the rules for a new digital world, one where data is the new oil, security is the new border, and every device you own is part of the battleground. When trade policy meets gadgets, the result isn't just a market disruption, it's a technological turning point. The US is drawing a line, and the future of global consumer tech might look very different on each side of it.